Good morning. BizDev Morning Brew Tuesday. This is the second day. We already got our mind set on our money, and we're moving through uh, creating a relationships with our business. And one question that I was asked is, where do you get your ideas from? And it's a very interesting question for me because it's a simple thing. You can say, oh well, you meditate on them, or you think about them, or read books, or things like that, and all of those are true. However, it can be way more complicated when you start to think of it in that way, where you have to go find the right thing. So now you have to have an idea of what ideas you're going to find and how you're going to find those ideas. And it starts to become this rat race and this big circle that you can get caught in. And a lot of people get caught in loops and go down rabbit holes and things of that nature. And you hear all these terms that basically describe the same actions that really don't get you to a result. So when I come up, I've come up with ideas numerous times that I've been like, man, this is something that I could really take off with. And then I don't put any action behind it. And before I know it, someone else has come up with that idea. I've heard many people, like they see something pop up on a commercial, or they go to a store and they see something pop up in the store and they're like, I had that idea. And it's interesting to me, as I've consistently looked into this over many years, I see specifically when you study human behavior that all of us experience this. All of us experience the concept of being able to find an idea that someone else may have put more action behind. And there is the key. So, where do I find ideas? Where do these things come from? Well, they come from your mind. Of course, they come from your mind. Where else would they come from? They're not just coming. They're not getting in the coming in the mail, or sending you in an email. They're coming from your mind. So when we look at our mind, as we have many times before, and one of my good friends, Rick Middlemass, loves this model, and he's expressed this model to me numerous times. Um, where in our mind do we come up with our ideas? Well, in our conscious mind, the actual active mind that I'm using correctly currently right now, the active mind would dictate through logic, reasoning, and creativity. Maybe that is where my ideas would come from. Sure, sure. Through willpower, I can activate my logic, reasoning, and creativity. And in my creativity, I can find ideas. But where do I actually have all of the information to create these ideas? In my subconscious. In my subconscious, I have all of my skills, habits, emotional reactions, hardwired behaviors, and so forth, all the way down to my beliefs and perceptions. And beliefs and perceptions are most of the energy driving your ideas. You most likely will not have an idea, and I can actually just say you won't have an idea that is not a part of your own perception or your own belief. You can be given an idea, and that idea can be kind of sat in your mind for a moment, and you can discern through logic and reasoning whether or not this is something that is in tune with you and in line with you, and then you may adapt it. However, that's a process. But coming up with an idea on your own, an idea that's just yours, an idea that just comes out of your own thought through your own creativity, that is based on your attitudes, beliefs, and perceptions specifically, and associated memories and routine thoughts and feelings. I mean, these are all the parts of you that have been created since age 9, 10, 11, and 12. These are the crucial years that you are creating your identity. And these things stay with you, and they stay in your memory banks for your entire life. Now they can be adjusted, they can be tweaked, they can be replaced, and they can be added onto. However, they stay in your subconscious. So when we're sitting there thinking about something, how many times have you seen a car, or you've been looking at a car in a magazine, and you focus on that car and you're thinking about that car consistently, and then all of a sudden you start seeing that car in the street. Every time you drive, you see that car, or you think of a color, and you start seeing that color everywhere. Well, there is a rule that from Rod Hairston, creator of National Association of Sales Professionals, as I throw a quick plug out there for him. He has a fantastic model that is called the focus model. And when you focus on something, you give it energy. And this model basically says very easily, what you focus on, you find; what you focus on grows; what you focus on seems real; and what you focus on, you become. Now, understanding this and just saying this is one thing, but actually taking it into account with what we were just looking at with our mind model, when you focus on things through logic, reason, and creativity, and you focus on them using your skills, habits, your beliefs, and perceptions, this is where your ideas come from. So you need to take focus. One, you need to take relax. You need to be relaxed enough to activate your subconscious. So you do need to be in a quiet space. You do need to be in a space of thinking and thought, a space where you're not interrupted. You could be in a meditative space, but you need to take time for yourself to be able to activate your subconscious. So you need your analytical mind to be able to bring in from your conscious mind, calm your conscious mind enough to interact with your subconscious mind, which is a little calmer. And now we focus. We focus on what we want to find. What are we looking for? We're looking for ideas. Okay, we're looking for ideas. We want to look for ideas. And as silly as I'm making it right now, it is a serious thing. You take that time to really allow the idea to come. And when you find the idea, you focus on it more and it grows. And then you focus on it some more till it seems real. The idea, like, I am going to build a rocket ship. You find that idea, you focus on it more so it grows in your mind, and then you focus on it so much that it seems real. It's real. I can really attain this thing. And then as you continue to focus on it, it becomes. And this is the part of the equation where action is necessary. The focus is not necessarily just, oh, I want to have it, I want to have it, but the focus is more of adding bits and pieces to it in your mind so you can put action behind it. Because what happens when we believe? This is my favorite model here. What happens when we believe? When we start off, the belief model tells us from right this point, as you believe in what your idea is, you find the capabilities necessary in order for that belief to become reality. Now, this requires action. That's why it's going up. I had a fantastic conversation with a good friend of mine, Jason Kaplan, who really identifies with this model. And he was saying, well, there's a reason why the arrow goes up, Benny. I'm like, oh, really? Like, you're working. This is action. You're taking action in order from your belief to become reality. You're grabbing your capabilities. So you're working up to getting your idea to actually become. And now once you've gotten your capabilities, you can see your strategy in order for it to make it happen. When you're just believing things, you have this blind spot here. It's called a scotoma. You from here, you can't see how you're going to do things. You can only believe in it. You put your belief into it, and then you just work up to the capability of being able to do it. And then you see your strategy. And you also, as you get your capabilities from your belief, there's a fear factor. And that's what this big fear block is, that is pointing down. It's not blocking you, but it's there. It's something that's there, and you can either take it and move away, or you can use it to propel yourself into the strategy in which it takes for you to get results. And the arrow goes down because you fall into your results. You don't work up to your results. You work up to your capability. You find your strategy, and then you fall into results. So let's go through this one more time. Our mind, we're creating the gap, meaning we are activating our subconscious mind through our analytical mind by using our logic, reason, and creativity. And through that, we are activating adding to or removing the skills, habits, emotional reactions, and so forth, down to our beliefs and perceptions. In a calm state, we focus on what we want. We focus on it till it grows, we focus on it till it seems real, and we focus on it till we become. And then we use our belief in what we are thinking of, the ideas we have. We build our capabilities, we work up to our capabilities. We find our strategy, we break through fear, we see around the blind spots and fall into results. This is an equation, it's a process. And it is a process that works. It's a process I have implemented. It's a process that I have taken ideas where people are like throwing stuff at me. You think you're the man that can make stuff happen, which is used to be a title I had when I was looking for titles. And they said, well, you're not a sales rep, you're not a consultant, you're just the man that makes things happen. And I got cards that actually said the man that makes things happen. And they would test me. Oh, Benny, I want this. I want Benny, I want that. Oh, let's figure this out. And I would use this model, these models, understanding that how my mind works, understanding where my focus needs to be, and understanding how my belief in something needs to build the capabilities, and put what Jamie Foxx has called his tool belt. He knew that he was going to need a series of skills in order to do things. He had absolutely no idea where he was going to go. He knew he could sing. His grandmother made him learn how to play the piano. He's like, why am I going to learn to play the piano? You never know when you're going to need these skills. And if it wasn't for the fact that he practiced singing, and it wasn't for the fact that he practiced piano, he would have never gotten the role of Ray and won an Oscar. So when you believe strongly in yourself and the ideas come and you believe in the idea, that is where your idea can flourish and become. It's more important to understand that you have to have these actions behind your ideas rather than focusing on, well, where am I going to find my ideas? Your ideas are in your mind. They're sitting there waiting for you to access them. They're based on all of these things inside your subconscious, and you can pull from them at will. At will, right? 5% of your brain can activate through will from logic, reasoning, and creativity, thinking of your ideas. And when those ideas come, focus on them, put them into action, and you change your life. Pretty simple, huh? That's how I have created my ideas. That's how I even created this podcast, webcast, whatever you want to call it. It's how I came up with that logo. It's how I came up with this background. It's how I put my shirt on today. It's through thinking, using your conscious mind, activating into your subconscious, and allowing that process to consistently work in harmony. If you don't use it, it will just use you. Your brain is going to use this process with or without your knowledge and awareness. When you have knowledge and awareness of this process, you can start to change things as they are. You can start to find the job that you're looking for. You can start to work well with your coworkers. You can start to make better sales, make proper decisions when you're doing your sales and you're selling. You can have better communication when you're on the phone. You can have better relationship building when you're in person. You can start to express yourself in better ways, and you can start to find, with all this focus, you can start to find the things that you're looking for. All right. BizDev Morning Brew, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. I hope this was helpful for you. If you have any comments, questions, please leave one comment down wherever your comments are on this platform. If you like to be on the call, again, leave me a message. Most people would like to just leave comments or leave questions, so you can do that as well. And I will be happy to address something that you're thinking about. This was a question posed to me yesterday, asking me about where I get my ideas. And this is where I get my ideas. So hopefully this was helpful for you. See you next time. Tomorrow, Wednesday. I'm not going to tell you what it is. I have a very interesting topic, and I'm looking forward to talking about it. And is another question that was posed over the weekend. I wanted to wait for Wednesday to kind of drop it on you. So see you tomorrow, and be exciting. Have a good day.